Okay, number 3, I know this is getting long, but I just have so much to share. I hope this is valuable for you guys. Dress appropriately. Now this can mean so many things, and I'll tell you exactly what I have done and what I would do in the future. I love my job, so I'm not going anywhere if my friends are watching. But just I will give you some examples of exactly what I've worn. But please be aware of the school and the culture and that community that you're going into. I think you just have to be very mindful of what is the community of the school you're interviewing in. Now, I do think you do need to step it up a notch more so than you would, just for an average day of teaching. I think a heel is completely fine. A conservative heel shows that you're serious about your job. You're serious about looking the part of a polished and intelligent professional, but you also understand what it's like to be in a classroom, and you know how to treat that appropriately. No, those 4-inch stilettos, they don't work in the classroom. So I think it would look a little silly if you showed up with too high of a heel. Maybe in an office setting or something different, or an evening out, that's could be more normal and fine. Your personal life, go for it. I have some heels like that I love wearing personally, but I think you need to show that you know what it looks like to be a respected and respectful educator, and you know how to present yourself that way, not only to the staff, but also to prospective parents and students. So for me, I would say go conservative. And that could mean different things to different people, but I would say err on the side of caution. Excuse me. With my background in pageants, I was always told that, doing a skirt or a dress can look just a little bit more elevated. I feel like that's a personal preference. That is something I definitely learned in the pageant world, and I personally feel more comfortable going into an interview with, I personally really like to wear like a sheath dress. I always cover my shoulders. That's just a personal comfort. When I am in a classroom teaching, which is a little bit more casual than an interview, of course, I'm fine with wearing a blouse that is a short sleeve blouse that does not cross any modesty boundaries for me. And of course I have a video on modesty in the workplace. If you're interested, I'll link it down below. Excuse me. I know for some people that crosses lines that they're not comfortable with, so I think it is a personal preference, but just be mindful of going into the room, match the community that you're going into, and then offend as least as you can, if that makes sense. Absolutely no spaghetti straps, absolutely no plunging necklines, absolutely not a skirt or a dress that's too short. I would say fingertips at the minimum. I would say absolutely right, just above the knee or at the knee is the most professional length for a dress. I know plenty of women who feel more comfortable going into interviews with a pair of slacks or a pair of like knit pont pants. I think that's absolutely fine. I would pair it with a beautiful blouse, and this feels too casual for me for an interview, but a nice blazer or a really beautiful cardigan that matches your beautiful blouse underneath, and I think that would just put your best foot forward. Shoes, I am kind of a shoe person. I think you don't need to have like the trendiest, latest, fanciest shoe, but I think having a classic style of shoe that is nice. Excuse me. Ladies, that could be a pump, or even, I know a ton of women wear ballet flats to teach in, and I do as well, but I would say for an interview, bring it up a notch. So that might be, if you're interviewing in the fall or winter time, could be a nice little low-heeled booty. If you're interviewing now in the spring and summertime, I would do just a conservative classic pump. For me, my experience, like I said, I'm in a very casual farming rural part of Idaho. So to wear an open-toed sandal around here would not be a problem at all. And when I say sandal, I mean, here, I'll show you guys what I mean. I'm wearing one today. So for me, it's got a little heel, it has a strap, and it is open toe. So for us here, that's pretty dressed up. Like, where are you going after work kind of dress up. So, just take into consideration where you work. There we go, got my shoe back on. But I would say it's always safe to do just a little classic pump. Doesn't matter what the toes, silhouette is. Wear what's gonna feel comfortable for you. I like a little patent. So for me personally, I do my sheath dress. I really like when it's just a little cap sleeve. If it doesn't have any sleeves, I would do a blazer. And of course, the sheath dresses I like to wear to interviews go right at my knee. I wear a little low pump, which means for me 2 inches to 2 1/4 or lower, like a little kitten heel would be fine. And I do like patent leather. I've got some black and I've got some nude, and I like the pointed toe. I think it looks very elegant. So I do wear those things on a regular basis to teach in as well. I know that's not everyone's personal teaching style. So, you just have to put your best foot forward. I love color, and there's a whole psychology around color as well. I wear a lot of color. If you guys have seen my outfits of the day video, I know not everyone does a ton of color like I do, but maybe it's worth looking into. There's a ton of psychology in color. So I personally like to wear colors that I feel very energetic, very open, very warm in, and like my most vibrant best self, because that's what we're selling, right? Our most amazing selves, and we want to make that shine through. So yes, I know that blacks, grays, navies, camel colors, creams, and whites, those are all very classic colors. But for me, I would always choose kind of a punch color. So I have a green, kind of more formal cap sleeve knee-length sheath dress that I would like to wear with some pumps. And then I also had a coral color. I love those colors on me. They match my light spring seasonal coloring. I feel like my most vibrant, energetic, warm self when I wear those. So I think that color does go a long way, and it's just something to consider. Is it gonna ruin your interview if you wear all black or, all white or whatever? If you wear maybe more neutral colors, by no means. But if you like color, go for it. I think there's a way to do it in a conservative and tasteful way. Okay, a couple other notes for your outside appearance. Your hair, you guys, I would not do my hair like this for an interview. Of course, this is just a regular day of teaching, right, guys? But I think something that's simple and classic, polished. Wash your hair, like that. I shouldn't have to remind you, we should know that, right? But simple, polished, it could be straight, could be wavy, curly, doesn't matter. But I think it should be out of your face so that we're not, constantly having to adjust. And even if that's bangs or down or whatever, it doesn't have to be pinned up, but I think it should be done in a way that's not going to be distracting, that's just going to be enhancing for who you are. So whatever hairstyle, whatever, your best, do your best. Now, I'm not talking you have to go crazy or look like you're going to the prom, but just do it in a way that's nice and respectful and conservative. Or do what you're going to feel most comfortable with. If you always wear your hair down, that would be weird to wear it up, and you probably wouldn't feel like yourself or feel comfortable. So, don't try out any new hairstyles in the day of an interview. Just do what's going to enhance you, but specifically something that you're not going to be having to fiddle with or fix, or because that just makes you look insecure and not 100% capable. So easy, low maintenance. Let's talk about makeup for a second. You guys have been a lipstick wearer since before Kendall Jenner even knew what lipstick was. I feel like I was wearing lipstick and or a lip gloss, even in middle school and high school. My mom just always had lipstick around, and I just loved the way it looked. Even, before I'd wear, more makeup, just a little simple, like a light lip gloss. I just have always thought that lipstick is really beautiful and really elegant. So if you're comfortable, if you're a makeup wearer, I would say do a little bit of lipstick, even if it's just sheer or just a gloss. I think it's beautiful. Do blush. I think it makes you look radiant and well rested. And don't we want to look like our very best version of ourselves, you guys? Yes, we don't need to be glamorous. We do not need to do all the cut crease and the this and the fake lashes. Like, that's really distracting. So conservative, simple. If you need some makeup inspiration, look up conservative, simple makeup styles. I'm talking about just a little bit of eyeliner to enhance your natural beauty. Shape your brows. Make sure your skin is as glowy and clear and flawless looking as you can get it. Put some blush on. It makes you look, radiant and vibrant and rested. Have mascara because it makes your eyes look open and more crystally. Put a little bit of lip gloss on or lipstick, whatever is, going to be a really flattering shade for you. I would say please do not experiment. Do not go trendy on this. I know that there has been a strong trend to wear kind of some really bold lipstick colors. I would say not for the interview. No, I'd go classic. So like this color right now is just very close to my natural. It is like a My Lips But Better kind of color. I would say go to as close to natural as possible, but that looks like it's enhancing your natural beauty, because you want them to see you and not be distracted, right? You don't know the people that you're going to be interviewing with. You don't know if your perfect, on point, whatever makeup or hair or whatever or outfit choices is going to rub them the wrong way. And I get it. We all need to, have a little bit of freedom of expression. And if you're kind of a quirky person, you want that to come out. But I would say present yourself in as approachable of a way as you can, as classic and polished and clean and put together as possible, conservative, so that when they're like talking to you, they're focusing on what you're saying and not getting distracted by things that they may or may not like. For example, save the glitteries and the sparklies and the fake lashes and the avant-garde lipstick colors and even the crazy, crazy fingernails. Save it for later. Those are fun. Later, there's a time and a place, but not at an interview. So let's talk about nails real quick. And yes, I never have chipped nails, but I do today. Perfect, huh? I'll fix it later. I always have my nails polished. You do not need to have your nails polished to look polished and put together, but please make sure they are clean. Yes, very clean and done nicely. I think that when women have really, really long fingernails, it doesn't look quite as professional. So I would say, short to medium length and a nice classic color. That could be reds or berries. It could be light nude colors. It could be like a light pink. But besides that, I would steer clear from the other rainbow colors because, I think that we don't want to distract. We just want to highlight what we have to share. And my last tip, number 4, I know this has gotten really long, you guys, but I'm really rooting for you guys and I want you to put your best foot forward. Please remember that your interview really does start in the parking lot. I've heard so many psychologists say, excuse me, that it's like really important to get your pump up music on, whatever that means to you, on your drive there, do it. If you need to listen to something, like sometimes I need to listen to some Backstreet Boys and it just helps me feel fun and excited and just really great. And I can sing to, my middle school little like favorite songs. I can sing my heart out and just makes me feel happy inside. I also love listening to worship music. Sometimes that just helps calm my jitters and helps me feel peaceful and relaxed and settled. So whatever it is to you, listen to it on the way. You've got to drive there anyways. Might as well listen to something that's going to make you feel really good and like your best self. So listen to that awesome music. And then as soon as you get out of your car, you are put together. Your interview has started. Make a good impression. Be warm, be open, be smiling, put your best foot forward. Even if you're not naturally an outgoing person, that's fine. You don't need to alter your personality, but be warm and approachable. All right, you guys, I'm rooting for you. You've got this. Let me know down below if there's anything you feel like are definite do's or definitely don'ts. And I just want to remind you, all these are my personal opinions. You have to do what's going to reflect you the most in your job interview. And I am by no means saying this is, hard and fast rules for living your life. If you are a colorful, sparkly, fake eyelash wearing princess every day, I'm not talking about what to do in your personal life, right, guys? I'm just talking about an interview. All right, have a great day, and please like and subscribe. Bye.